All right, back at it again, repping the alligator. Got work later today. Just trying to get in some eBay stuff in today. So we're going to show you guys a video. We're going to call this series Last Week's Sales Tonight. We're just going to review some sales from the previous week, maybe all of them, maybe just selections of them, but give you an idea of what is selling for us right now. This is one of the more important and more helpful videos that we'll be able to put out for you guys, because you'll actually be able to see what is on its way out, what is being purchased right now. If you follow a particular store that you like, check out their sold comps for the last week. That tells you a lot about it tells you a lot about what they're selling right now, what's hot, what they're pricing it at to get it sold, stuff like that. Look at your favorite store's sold items. That's a big help. It'll be a big help for you in your future as an eBay reseller. I do it all the time for the stores that I follow, just to kind of keep up with what's trending for them, what they're putting up, what they're selling, what the prices are that they're selling it for, and that's been really helpful. So I hope you guys can glean from this video and take a listen. All right, so let's take a look at our sales here. This is sales as of Sunday, June 3rd, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we will have probably some more sales the rest of the evening. So let's take a look at some of the cool stuff we've sold recently, so you can keep an eye out for it. All right, so first off, these Nautica men's vintage swim trunks. These were great. We found these a town not too far from here. They're very in style, very 90s. Hard to find this style anymore. You can find vintage Nautica and vintage Tommy Hilfiger type stuff, but you don't often find the pinstripe stuff. So that's pretty cool. Sold for $31 minus shipping. That's a great deal. Great deal for us. Here's another one of my favorites. I was actually kind of surprised. I didn't know what to expect with this one. Some Christian Dior men's vintage glasses frames. I picked these up at a yard sale probably about a month and a half ago for $1. They were in the sort of ratty looking soft case, and I picked them up for $1, and I opened them up and I was like, dang, there's Christian Dior. That's a good brand. We've talked about them on the channel before, and they're in good condition. Of course, I think they're going to have to, whoever buys them going to have to get the lenses replaced, but no big deal. The frames are still really cool. Sold it for $38 plus minus shipping. Good flip for us, $1 into $38. Cargo trekking shorts. Now these are a home run. I want you guys to always pay attention and look for these, and I'll show you how to find them. When you're cruising through the short sections of your thrift stores, you'll probably see lots of different shorts that kind of have the same sort of feel. They're that light fabric. They've got a cargo pocket, stuff like that. But what you should look for is in the back. So the back has a pocket. It has a zipper. And inside the pocket it says cargo trekking shorts. And here's what they do. This is a size large. They pack up into a case, a little bag. So these are packable. They pack them inside themselves. This is the pocket you were looking at. These are great because they get missed by lots of thrift stores. They don't pay attention to it. We've sold this before. Last time we sold it, we put it up for like $24, I think, and it sold almost immediately, I think within a couple hours. This time we decided to put them up for a little bit more, try to get a little bit more out of them, and we did. These were put up about a week ago, and so we made a good flip on these. I'm really excited about those. Whenever you find these are great buys. They're gonna flip quick. I've been selling some stuff from the bulk buy we did. That was really good. Sold some Nintendo GameCube controller with an extension. This was part of a GameCube lot that I bought at a thrift store for about $10. You saw the console that I sold separately, sold for $30, and this one just sold for $19 minus shipping. Good deal here, making more money off of that lot. The Rag & Bone jeans that we had shown on a video not too long ago, probably just last week, sold for $38 plus free shipping. I probably didn't need to put free shipping on there. That was a mistake of mine. I was probably putting a bunch of different listings up, and I accidentally left free shipping on. I probably could have gotten these sold without free shipping, but we'll take it. $30. I bought them for $3.50. That's about 10 times my money. I'm okay with that. Some more stuff we bought from the bulk buy right here. These Banana Republic men's shirts. These are going out. We bought them for a average price of $2.60. So you see that we're getting just under that with minus shipping. The shipping is probably $3 or $4 on these things. So now a word here is that we don't normally buy Banana Republic shirts. Like, we wouldn't buy this shirt if we found it in a thrift store. But because we bought these with new tags and there was a bunch of them, we can actually list several of them at the same time. It's only one listing as opposed to multiple listings for a bunch of different shirts. So this was worth our time and worth our investment. And they're new tags, so they're brand new, so people can have confidence and they're interested in this. We got some J41s. These were purchased at a thrift store a number of months ago. You can see that they are outdoor, sort of hiking, running, trail type shoes. They have the soles are engineered by Jeep. Let's see a picture of that. I'm not sure if it's Jeep brand or if Jeep owns the shoe company or what, but they're good resale shoes. So sold them for $28 plus shipping. We got them, I know for a fact, I think I got this for $3, maybe $2. Good deal for us on that one. Good flip. Some more of the Polo Ralph Lauren stuff that we had bought in bulk and it's selling. Something to pay attention to on this one, this particular one, it doesn't say here because this is a multiple listing, so multiple items, multiple sizes. This was a 2XL, and we got $36 for it, plus free shipping, so the shipping will probably be $4 to $5. Got them for $2.60, so made $30 after shipping. That's a really good flip for us. Something to note that we do, here's a little bit of our strategy. We started this about the end of the year, right after the fourth quarter when we tried to start clearing out our inventory. We started putting items up for $9.99, just auction. These we've had for probably 7 or 8 months, and we just realized they weren't selling, or weren't even getting much interest. So we decided to put them up for $10. They sold for $10. I know for a fact we bought them for like $4. So I'm not really too concerned. Yeah, we only walked out with like $5 after what we paid for them, and then they did pay like $10 in shipping, but it gets it out of our inventory. It gets, I guess, our money back at least. And most things we buy, I can't ever imagine them not selling for at least $10 on the internet somewhere. So what we do is after 6 months or so, we will put these up for $9.99 and just let them roll and keep listing them over and over and over. And we've sold a good number of old items that had sat for a long time. That's the way we'd like to do it. It keeps our inventory moving. Because sometimes you buy things that are mistakes. You don't think about them well enough. You buy them and you find that there's a defect. So, we can't always be 100% all the time. So we have to find mechanisms to cut our losses and come out on top. Some Armani jeans. So these were actually some vintage Armani jeans. They're actually like regular cut. What was interesting, they're not like a trendy cut right now, but they are a good size, 38, 30s. Got them for $350, sold them for $38 plus shipping. So great flip here. Really excited about this flip. Armani jeans are a very popular and fashionable jean company. So especially men's. The thing is that they're not in the greatest condition, but when you find a jean that works for you, particularly men do this, they go and look for that exact jean. I know the other day I was looking for an exact jean that I had gotten from H&M because I liked them so much. And the truth is, I actually could not find them on eBay. If someone had put them up there for $30, I might have bought them just because I knew the jean would fit me. So that's what's nice about jeans. The condition sometimes doesn't even have to be perfect. It's because somebody is going to come along who has worn those jeans for years and wants another pair, and they'll spend the money for it. Jeans are a good solid investment, particularly if you can find Armani. This is a funny one right here. We'll go ahead and take a look at this a little closer. This is a Warner Brothers Looney Tunes embroidered like denim shirt. This is definitely clearly vintage. Katie bought this, I think, summer of last year. I was a little bit concerned. It actually has a small stain and little dust-colored areas too. But she bought it, for probably like $2 or $3, and I didn't have a whole lot of hope for it. In fact, I think I'd forgotten we even owned it, that it was even listed. You can have those types of listings. They just don't get a lot of attention, so they're not getting watchers ever. They just sit sort of in the recesses of your store. And this one did that exact thing. But eventually it sold. So, okay, $23. It's going to cost us $3 or $4 to ship. That's all right. That just shows that, stuff will eventually sell most of the time. We sold a Game Boy Color. Picked this up for $5 at a yard sale. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. So not bad deal there either. It definitely worked. no games or anything. Now, and actually, it was in pretty poor condition, but as long as it works, this vintage Nintendo stuff will sell and typically sell pretty well. Some Tommy Hilfiger jeans we sold. This is actually not the actual price. The actual price, I believe, was $23.99. I got an offer on it for $20, and I was just trying to seal the deal because I'd like to move things out of our inventory faster. I let it go for $23.99, and the guy took it. So it's alright. It's a pretty desired design. I could have probably sat on it for longer and gotten more money out of it, but sometimes you just need a quick sale. Sold this Canon EOS Rebel. This is a 35mm SLR film camera. Film camera, not a digital camera. This is actually not the actual price. It wasn't $47.99. It was actually $34. It took a best offer on it. People are still interested in film cameras, particularly people who might be getting into photography and they want to get into more film photography, and they'll start small and get something like this. And so $34. I bought it for $8. Maybe even less than $8. It might have been $7. To $34, I'm alright with that. We only had it for about a month and a half. Another cool item that we recently sold was this vintage NHL St. Louis Blues hat. I bought about 42 different vintage sports snapback hats. They're all new, dead stock, from a guy in Arkansas for $1 a piece. So this purchase right here pretty much paid for all of them. Really excited about this. Got it for $1. Sold it for 40 bucks. Minus shipping, which is probably like $4 or $5, so $1 into $34. This is a great, very exciting sale for us, and I'm excited because I've got about 40 more that'll sell probably just pretty sporadically throughout the year. And because we had such a low investment on it, I'm okay with just sitting on them at the price that I want them to sell. I think that was about it as far as the interesting stuff. So this will take us back to about the end of the last week. I do want to point out it was fun. We had a little bit of a scare with these Danskos. The customer opened them up or got them in the mail, and there was a cut right here on the, I think it was on the left strap. She was concerned that it got cut, and of course when we packed it, it definitely didn't have the cut, and so we were real frustrated a little bit for a minute because we've had a rash of petty returns that people are like, oh, the t-shirt doesn't look the exact color that I thought it looked like, and that's okay, but sort of frustrating, especially when I looked at it again on our computer and the actual shirt, and I can't tell the difference. We've also had a couple of situations with returns that seem like they could potentially be scams, so we were a little bit concerned with that as well. But it turns out this lady messaged us back probably about 30 minutes later and said, hey, I'm sorry. I found out that my friend opened up the package with a knife and cut the strap herself. So she didn't request a return. We appreciated her honesty and gave her 25% off her next purchase with us if she wanted to find shoes that would replace these, because I know that's a bummer. It's a huge bummer, especially if she spent $33. So that's fine. And the thing is that you don't want negative feedback. So it's just not worth fighting over $30, because that negative feedback, especially if it's earned or deserved, let's say she got our product and somehow we missed some large cut. I don't know how. Even if, we didn't believe it, or even if she's scamming us, to be honest. You can sit there for a couple hours and fight on eBay, open up a case and do all that stuff and risk potentially having a case decided against you. Or you could just say, I'll take it back. You're down $30-40. That's a bummer. But, it's not worth the time and the hassle, and you just take the return and just deal with it. And you go list a bunch more stuff so that you can make up for it. Returns happens, guys. Returns happen. You have to get over the emotional aspect of returns and just get down to the brass tacks, because that's ultimately where you are going to be vindicated. All right, so that's about it for the week. You can see we've had some pretty strong sales. The week prior was not as good, but this week has been fantastic. We've been very excited. So hopefully this trend continues, and hopefully you guys are seeing very similar patterns in your eBay business. So we will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of the day.